Simmering tensions between India and Pakistan are at risk of escalating into open war after India launched missile strikes on multiple locations inside Pakistan and Pakistan-controlled Kashmir. India says it struck 9 locations targeting infrastructure used by terror groups. Pakistan says 8 people have died, including a 3-year-old, after 5 sites were hit, including 2 mosques, and says none of the sites targeted were used by terror groups. There are now reports of intense cross-border artillery fire at multiple points along the border. The strikes follow a fortnight of soaring tensions between the nuclear-armed neighbours in the wake of a deadly terror attack in the Indian-controlled portion of Kashmir. Now, in that attack, militants questioned tourists about their religion before executing 25 non-Muslims and 1 Muslim local who attempted to resist. India has accused Pakistan of backing the militant attack, which Islamabad has denied. Now, for more on this rapidly developing escalation, I'm joined by our South Asia Bureau Chief Meghna Bali, who's in New Delhi. Meghna, what do we know so far?
Yeah, hi Gemma. Yep, as you said that, in recent days we'd heard Pakistan's Defence Minister warn that an attack was imminent, that they had credible information that this was going to happen. And, today, just a few hours ago in the dead of night, that belief was realised when India struck, what they say were 9 different spots, terrorist, hideouts in Pakistan-controlled Kashmir and in parts of Pakistan's Punjab province. What we're hearing is at least 8 people have died. 2 of them believed to be children, dozens injured. We're seeing eyewitness testimony coming out of Pakistan-controlled Kashmir's Muzaffarabad of, dozens being rushed to hospital in those early hours of this morning. Pictures of rubble, people assessing what the damage has been. India says that this attack was in response to a deadly militant attack in Indian-controlled Kashmir last month. 26 civilians dead, which India blames on Pakistan-backed terror outfits. Many are surprised many was expecting that India was going to respond to this, but, the scale and the number of sites that have been targeted have surprised many people. Now, Pakistan's information minister has said that Pakistan has shot down 2 Indian jets and a drone, and that, operations are underway. But, it remains to be seen exactly what the extent of Pakistan's response is at this stage.
Yeah, so what have we heard from Pakistan so far?
Yeah, look, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shebaz Sharif has come out with a strong statement, and I want to read it verbatim to you. He said that, the treacherous enemy has launched a cowardly attack on 5 locations within Pakistan. This heinous act of aggression will not go unpunished. Pakistan reserves the absolute right to respond decisively to this unprovoked Indian attack. A resolute response is already underway. And he goes on to say that the entire nation stands united behind its armed forces, and our morale and resolve remain unshaken. Our thoughts and prayers are with the brave officers and soldiers of Pakistan.
Meghna, could this escalate further?
Look, like I said, tensions are very high right now. The US and China have urged caution. The UN has come out and said that, this conflict must be de-escalated. We are seeing villages across both sides of the border being evacuated, people sort of preparing bunkers, so, while the exact, military actions are yet to be seen, we can definitely see, people on those border areas preparing for some sort of escalation.